Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Google Maps block in Kadence. This is a series of videos taking a look at Kadence's blocks one by one. So to get started, let's open up a brand new blank page to look at this block on its own. So there's a couple ways to make that, and the first one is if you're on your front end, on your website, you'll have this top toolbar, hover over New, click on Page. Alternatively, if you're on your dashboard, head over to your left-hand sidebar, hover down to Pages and click on Add Page. Okay, once we're here, just a few housekeeping things. If this right-hand sidebar isn't here, there's this button beside Publish. Just click on that and it'll appear. This is where all of the settings for our block to toggle and configure will show up. Next, let's give our page a title. Okay, and last but not least, let's go ahead and add the block itself. So there's this blue button here called the block inserter. Click on that. Now you can either search for the block or scroll down, but since you can see the Kadence block is right here, we don't have to go down too far, and Google Maps is right here. Now either click on it or drag and drop it anywhere in your workspace. Now let's go ahead and close this to give ourselves some more room to work with, and you can see that in order to edit this, in order to get the settings to show up here, we have to click on here. So I think this is just for us to test and toggle our functionality, and to actually edit it, let's go ahead and click on this. And we have a few options to choose from. So first and foremost, we have our location. Currently, it's set to the Golden Gate Bridge in SF. We can enable dynamic content, but we need Kadence Pro for that. So let's not worry about that. Let's go ahead and choose something like in the UK. Okay, perfect. And then here's Milton Keynes. And if we have, if you wanted to zoom out, we'll just use a slider here, and you can see that we're zoomed out. You can see that Milton Keynes is in the UK, and you can zoom in, and it puts us right in the middle of Milton Keynes. I think 13 should be fine. And now we have our next setting here, which is map type, and there's two to choose from: road map and satellite. Okay. And we have some filters here. So probably a good practical use for this is if you didn't want to have the color, if you had a historical website and you just wanted to show an area without the color, right? Just black and white, like objectively this is it. Or if you had a, let's say a modern style website and you wanted to have bright colors, right? You can set the strength from this all the way to this, right? Just to make things match your website's aesthetic. And we can also do the same thing for satellite. Invert, this is how it is. If you wanted to show something, maybe you have an environmental website where you wanted to show certain water features, things that you wouldn't see with your ordinary eyes. So let's just keep it on saturate and put it on roadmap. Okay, that looks great. And then next we have our API settings. So if you had a Google API key, then you could go ahead and put it here, and you can mess with it however you wanted by customizing it. And then in the next tab we have style, and this is just height and width. So we'll do this, and then we'll shrink it down to that, and then we'll put it on the middle if we could. And then we also have our responsive settings over here: desktop, tablet, and or mobile. And then finally we have our advanced settings, our padding, our margins, and block defaults. And this is a use case where you probably really want to use this feature. And all this will do is, let's say we set it as Milton Keynes. Earlier it was the Golden Gate Bridge, and we wanted it to be a certain size, right? 300 by 730, and then alignment, sure. We'll save this as a default, and every time we drag and drop the Google Maps block into our workspace, it'll always show Milton Keynes or whatever we set the pin location to be. And then under advanced, we have additional CSS classes. So let's go ahead and click on publish and view our work on the live side. With that done saving, let's go ahead and click on view live page, and here is our Google Maps block working with a filter on it from Kadence. So, if you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Show this kind of video to other nerds like us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.